What is the mineral called that has the property of attracting iron? Magnite. What is the enzyme that digests starch? Amylase. When the attractive force between particles is weak, which state is a substance more likely to be in? Gaseous state. What do you call the mountain ranges on the ocean floor? Mid-ocean ridges. Among vertebrates, which group of animals lives both in water and on land? Amphibians. With what is the phenomenon of magnetic resonance associated? The resonance of particles in a magnetic field. How many chromosomes does a human cell have in total? 46. What is the rusting of iron called in chemistry? Oxidation. In the periodic table, what do we call the elements located between metals and nonmetals? Metalloids. What is the outermost layer of the Sun called? Corona. What is the process called in which one type of rock changes into another? The rock cycle. Which cells in the blood transport oxygen? Red blood cells. What do we call the change of state when a substance goes from a liquid to a gas? Vaporization. What is a representative example of a liquid changing into a gas? The evaporation of water. Which two organ systems are involved in the process of receiving a stimulus and producing a response? The nervous system and the muscular system. Which experiment allows us to observe an interference pattern of light? Young's double-slit experiment. What stage of a star is much larger and brighter than the Sun? A giant or supergiant. When purifying tap water, which substance is added to kill bacteria? Chlorine. What does AI stand for? Artificial intelligence. When you pour hot water into a plastic bottle, close the cap, and let it cool, the bottle becomes dented. Which concept is related to this phenomenon? Air pressure. How does the image of an object appear in a convex mirror? A small, upright virtual image. In the principle of the lever, what is the relationship between mechanical advantage in force and the loss in distance? They are inversely proportional. Which change is related to wet paper becoming wrinkled as it dries? Contraction. What is the force by which electrons and protons attract each other called? Electric force. What generates Earth's magnetic field? Convection currents in the outer core. What is the largest island on Earth? Greenland. What is the junction between one neuron and another called? A synapse. When a volcano erupts, what material can be released? Volcanic ash. Which scientist discovered electromagnetic induction? Faraday. What does inertia mean? The tendency of an object to maintain its state of motion. Which gas is one of the main causes of Earth's climate change? Carbon dioxide. What are the three common states of matter that all substances can have? Solid, liquid, and gas. Why can a smartwatch measure heart rate? Because it uses a light sensor. Which part of the human brain mainly processes bodily sensations such as temperature and pain? The parietal lobe. Why can landforms suddenly change when a volcano erupts? Because of lava and erupted materials. What do you call a climate with low precipitation and large temperature differences? Desert climate. From what kind of matter can radiation be emitted? Unstable atomic nuclei. What is the tissue in plant stems that transports water called? Xylem. By what other name is Newton's first law known? The law of inertia. What is the phenomenon called when a meteor emits light while passing through the atmosphere? A meteor. Thanks for watching all the way through. Share your science knowledge in the comments. Your support helps us create even more science quizzes. See you in the next one.